projects on the boat is I need to change our hailing port because the previous owner, his hailing port registered was Santa Cruz, California. So I've got a heat gun and I got some little soft scrapers, and I'm gonna take that off, and the guy's gonna come in a few days and put Hardin County, Kentucky on there. Pam and I discussed, well, Ryanville, well, E-Town, but we decided just to call it Hailing from Hardin County, Kentucky, kind of a catch-all. So I'll do a time lapse on this and see how it turns out. I've also, actually, I've got to get 2 of these because on the bottom of our tender, or the dinghy if you call it, it's on there too, so I'll scrape that off. This actually rides on the back of the aft deck, so when you're underway, people will be able to see the boat name and where you hail from. So that's today's project. I'll be back here walking the tightrope on this 2-foot swim deck to get this done, but it's cold out too. It's like 42 degrees, so I'm all bundled up. It's 42 degrees, so I'm out here, got my hat on and my neck gaiter, and I'll get on this job right now. This is the last layer to come off. Came off pretty nice. Heat gun makes a big difference. That didn't take long at all. Probably took me 10 minutes at the most. The heat gun really just mushed it right up and it took it right off. I took some acetone and took off the residue. So hopefully the stencil guy will be here in a couple of days, and we're gonna keep the same name. We love the name, but we're gonna have to change the hailing port. Now to scrape the Santa Cruz off the bottom of the aluminum dinghy. Hope this goes as easy as the transom did. The letters came off the dinghy a little bit tougher, but we may have to paint it because the paint is like flaking. That's not where the letters were, but they're just some flaking on the paint. So that's aluminum, and we need to look and research. Maybe we need to sand it. It's got some bubbles in it right there, or just maybe just touch it up. So we'll see. Alrighty, looks good.
There she bees.
Here we go. So the dinghy is done. And looks nice back there. Down there is a shunt. Back there is another, it's like a fuse. There's the ACR. Up here looks like a bus bar. This is the alternator regulator. This closet right here. I didn't film any of this because we had to focus on what we're doing, but we took out the 6 AGMs. We have 1 AGM powering the boat right now, but the Epoch 460 is going to go and take the place of all of those batteries and give us about 50% more power. So that's the project of the day. Actually, the project of about 3 or 4 days. The Epoch 300 Pro start battery. There's the 460 house bank. And up there by the generator is the Essentials 105. So Pam and I are on the boat today, and this is in the, actually, it's in the aft cabin in the very back storage area here. We turned on the outside freezer and I cracked it back down, and it looks like it runs, which is good, but it needs a good cleaning. It's got this fan here that blows air. That fan blows air on it. But look there. Ooh, she's dirty. That'll help it breathe a lot better. This will clean up some. I'll get that surface rust off, but that pitting underneath won't come out. So make it do the best I can. This might be a clue. We have this scanner, and the battery voltage is jumping from 14.1, 14.2 down to 13. 12.6 is kind of low, so it doesn't usually jump like that. It usually stays in the upper 13s, low 14s. So that might be a clue to help diagnose. 11.7 is really low. Pam and I needed a good day today, so we came to Fashion Brewing Company. Got a bacon cheeseburger and barbecue, and we got a flight of beer. So sharing my food with you. We're having our homemade sandwiches and lunch in town at La Conner. It's a real pretty place.
Not yet.
That might have been the shortest movie we've ever done. We're there, and we were right over there. We were over there. So whether you move 100 yards or 100 miles, the workload's the same. Everything has to come in, unhook, hook it back up. So yeah, we're there now. We moved across the street from over there because they had to do some electrical trenching through our site. So it took us probably about an hour. But we moved our entire home contents in 1 hour for a different view. But the one bad thing is the birds on my bird feeder had just now found me. Put my bird feeder right there by the window, and the birds had found it, but they'll find it again probably in a day or two. We came to Anacortes 2 months before we launched the boat to piddle on the boat. And this is a snap-in windscreen cover that goes on the front of the salon area. I'm just gonna give it a nice clean up. It's got a little funky stuff on it, so let's see what the before and after look like. I'm gonna spread it across this picnic table and see what happens. I've given it 3 different scrubbing and cleaning, so there, you can tell right there is where I use the magic eraser on it. It makes a big difference. It's not perfect, but it's probably 80% better. I think this little rust stain will come off too, but yeah, they're over and they're back. That's a good example. Let's see if this little spot comes clean here. Yeah, mostly went away. How about this spot right there? Gone. We came here 2 months before we're gonna get on the boat, and I call it piddling, but this is just the little stuff that I've been wanting to do. This is the window cover for the living room, if you will, and it's been sitting outside, just needs a little cleaning. So, piddling, that's what I call it, piddling. There's a good difference between where I cleaned it, where I didn't clean it. So, yeah. I think I'll give this job a B+. It's a bonus when you find all of the Sunbrella covers to cover up all the windows outside. And inside too, makes for keep the sun out. I've got one for the front windshield. It's right there. This is just one of the piddling projects, I call it. I'm gonna pull up all the 250 feet of anchor chain, and it's labeled. Every 10 feet, it gets a yellow mark. So I'm gonna paint refreshing all the yellow marks. I'm gonna pull them all out. And every 50 feet, it gets a red mark. So The other one was serviceable, but it just looks nicer with the fresh coat of paint on it. So, piddling on the boat is what I call it. So I did the best I could. I dropped the chain over the boat. I'm painting that. Painting that. I put a little cardboard underneath it so I didn't overspray there. So the 2 reds is 50, and 50 more makes 100. That's the first 50. Here's the 10, 20, 30, 40. So we'll let it dry, then I'll put it back in the anchor locker. Just for reference, every yellow mark is 10 feet. 1 red is 50 feet. 2 reds is 100 feet. There's a 3 reds, which is 150 feet. The things you see in the boatyard. There's a guy driving that. He's standing up in a little box on the other side driving that.